Hello and welcome to the deadline stream. We're going to quickly whack that timer up because it is time to start there. There's lots of news coming through that does concern my team, obviously, and a bunch of other stuff. And look, I think that looks a little bit messy. Hold on, let's start that. Hopefully that looks like I've got it right. There we go, right on time. Deadline counter is tracking. I've done that pretty well. All right, the good news is what I've done, and I'm going to leave it up there until I decide whether I'm going to change my captaincy or not. That is my team. As things stand, heading into the deadline, what I've done to make it a lot clearer, because obviously I'm at mum's and I'm using my laptop and it doesn't look as good when I'm sharing my actual screen. I actually took an image of my actual team as it is in the app, as things stand, and that's what it is. Now, when we get close to the deadline, I'm going to remove that and play around with it and all the other good things and whatever. But that's it. That is the team. That's how we're looking in. I just did it like that so it's easier to see than using the display, because when I use the display, it just looks crap. I watched back the last deadline stream and like everything looks faded. Now it looks like it's legit. It looks like I'm at home when actually I'm not, because I'm still at mum's. But the good news is I've had a bit of sleep. These meds to numb the nerve pain are starting to work. So I'm actually getting some proper sleep, which feels pretty good as well. Now, the news coming through as things stand is that Declan Rice might be missing tonight with a knee injury. Now, I was sitting there when I woke up and I opened my phone and I looked at it and I was like going, this is why I said on the pubcast last night, it's important that you have a 3-player playing bench. Now, I sat there and looked at the Rice news and thought, that's fine. I've got Wilson on the bench, who realistically I've been worried about all week that he's going to outscore someone on field. Now, if Declan Rice is missing and I get Harry Wilson in off the bench, I tell you what, I'm pretty happy about that. Now, that's good. Obviously, I've got other players on the bench as well that I do expect to start. So, for example, pretty confident Tarkowski's going to start. I'm pretty confident Mukiele's going to start. So even if I've got 3 blokes decide that they're going to have New Year's Eve off, which I wouldn't blame them because I'd like to have New Year's off as well, then they're likely to show up and actually score me some points. And that's what the end of the game is. That's why I kept saying Mark Goooooooooooo in your bench is just a recipe for give me 0 points at some point. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Anyways, let's get into the chat. That's why we're here. That's why I've woken up. And I'm excited. Got my can of Red Bull. I'm ready to go. Also, hopefully that question makes sense that I've asked. Do you have a strong 4-person bench? 1 solid starter means you've got 1 person you can guarantee is going to show up on it. 2 solid starters means you've got 2 of the 4 players going to show up. 3 starters means they're all going to, well, you'd expect most of them to show up. And the 4th one is roll the dice if any show up, means you've got a crap bench, a bit like Gary Views, and you're just hoping that they show up, but in reality you have no idea whether they will show up or not. Hopefully that makes a bit of sense. All right, let's have a look at what people are saying in the chat. Let's get into it. All right, lots of people early doors, 1 solid starter. Well, that's good. At least roll the dice if any show up. Wow, that's actually 27% of people. I don't even know if any of their bench will show up. That is concerning. All right, let's have a look at what the chat's saying. New to the content, be great to keep it up. I'd definitely captain Cunha versus Newcastle this week. I love it. I would captain. I just realised I've left that slide in as well. That man is a smart man. Yeah. Let's hope he doesn't play like he did against Newcastle. Otherwise, he's not a very good captaincy shout at all. Rice is potentially out knee injury and maybe Keane. Yeah, that is the other news. Obviously, I'm not affected by the Keane news, but hey, that's why I bought Tarkowski for an extra 0.8 million, right? Because I knew he wouldn't get injured. No, I did not know that. I'm just making that up, which is absolute rubbish. All right. Hello. Also seeing rumours, your Rice out for Gameweek. Good time as now. Has any of you used the wild card? Let the mayhem commence. Yes, Andrew. Congratulations on using the wild card in Gameweek 19. Good afternoon, Aura. Good morning for me. Good afternoon to you. I just realised I was like, well, it's not good afternoon. It's good evening. It is actually good afternoon in the UK still. In all, I not let the injury chaos commence. Love it. I think I'm going to have to start Rodgers now. Rice is so pivotal. Yeah, I know it's mad. They have never let the poor man rest, so it was coming. Just shows how important. Exactly. The problem with Arteta, he doesn't like rest. He doesn't believe in it. Gabby's come back before he really probably should have, which I will tell you the reason why I'm no interest in Gabriel. I feel like he's been rushed back. Now, when you get rushed back, you can sit there and say, you know, for example, I've rushed back from a hamstring before, like a small one, but you are inhibited and you won't run as fast. And if there's a challenge between Ollie Watkins and Gabriel, and he's having to push that extra bit because he's in that moment and he knows if he doesn't, potentially Watkins might score, and he re-injures himself, that's why I've got no interest in Gabriel this week. Because I feel like he's been rushed back too quickly. Like, all of a sudden he's just back, which makes you think that Arteta's got all these injuries, so he's like, Gabby, can you do it? And Gabby's like, yeah, I'm here, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I feel like Gabriel's a bit like Bruno. Comes back too early before their own good. So, I don't know. I've just got no interest in him this week. And now that Rice is out, I've got even less interest because Rice is the reason why Gabriel is so good, because he delivers unbelievably good set pieces. People say, oh, Saka's set pieces are really good. His set pieces are nowhere near as good as Declan Rice's. I don't care what people tell me. I'm telling you, Declan Rice's are a hell of a lot more accurate. And him being out makes Gabriel a hell of a lot less good as an FPL pick. That's my gut feel on that one. Let's have a look. Rice likely out. Hey, mate, nice haircut. Thank you very much, Michael Angelo. Rice out, good, yes. I'm playing the captain, Cunha. What do you think? Love it, Kyle. I also really fancy the Dalot shout. I'm very tempted by Dalot myself. Is Rice really out? To be honest with you, all I'm hearing is that Rice is out. Now, I can never be 100% sure with Arsenal stuff because it is Mikel Arteta and there's a lot of crap that goes around about Arsenal that makes no sense to me. But with this, so many people saying Rice is out, with the cartel literally leading with Rice out on their deadline day streams, I'd have to say that potentially it's probably highly likely that he is actually out because someone must know something. Otherwise, you'd be an idiot if you're leading with that kind of a statement in your actual title of your deadline stream and it wasn't correct. Because my God, you'd look like an idiot. So for that reason, I feel like you've almost got to accept that potentially it is correct based off that. But to be honest, until you actually see it in writing that he's out, you can't be 100% sure. That's my feel on it anyway. Senesi for Dalot for -4 and captain the Dalot. Love it. I just love that move. Funny video title. I brought in Dorga and really wanted to captain him. I'd do it. Do it. I'm actually going to bench Bowen, I think. I mean, it's unlikely that he scores more than one goal anyway. Yeah, true. Dean at triple Brighton defence. I mean, not for me. I'm playing Jared Bowen, so I can't recommend triple Brighton defence. It's the reason why I'm not playing Bart Simpson, is because I'm playing Jared Bowen. What's the news on Timber and Calafiori? There is none so far, other than the fact that it's all been about Declan Rice. I haven't heard anything. I haven't read anything about Timber or Calafiori so far. Who should I put in? Keane or Semenyo from my bench? Well, apparently Keane's injured as well. FYI, apparently the rumours are that Michael Keane will be missing this game with injury as well. So read into that what you will. I don't know if that affects your team. But, yeah, I mean, that is something I didn't see coming. I suppose it makes sense. Keane's 32 years old. Probably not used to playing more than one game a week. So that's also something you've got to factor in as well. All right. Where we at? Do you remember? Yes, I always remember you, mate. I remember everyone that comes in to chat regularly. I remember you. Like, you don't have to. I've got a very good memory. Like, that's one of the good things I've got in life is I've been blessed with a very good, like almost like a photographic memory. If someone shows up every week, I remember the name. Unless you change your name, and then I'll struggle to remember it. Mark Gilliu. Dean it. Is Rice to Sade a good move now he's out? I mean, it's a high upside move because Rice is going to be getting you 0 points. I don't mind it. Mark Gilliu is my only non-injured sub. Wow. That is not a good spot to be in. For a hit, not so sure. What's the rest of your team look like? Hello, Dalot captain. Were the FPL powers in your hair like Samson? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Captain Foden, he'll get a hat-trick. Honestly, I talked about it on the late mail, right? I'm very tempted by a Phil Foden captaincy this week. I feel like it could be time for the D unit to go back to his boy and captain the man. I don't know why. There's something about City playing on the last game of the game week that makes me want to captain Phil Foden. So if I don't captain Dalot, I'd say the likelihood is that I'll captain Foden instead. I don't think I'll captain Cunha. I feel like I'm either going all in on the Dalot punt, or I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Phil Foden, my boy. Where are we at? Captain Foden, yeah, Hazil get a hat trick. Love it. I absolutely love that. So good. Rice getting injured while playing right back to fit for the injured White, who got injured filling for the injured Timber. Oh, mate, you can't make it up, can you? Sucks to be an Arsenal fan sometimes. Rice and Keane both injured. Who else? They were fine 2 hours ago. I know, madness, isn't it? Paul, yeah, that's actually mental and unlucky. Don't ask why I have these two keepers. Start Raya or Pickford. I'd start Jordan Pickford. If I had to pick out of those two, I'd go with Jordan Pickford this week. Wait, is Keane actually injured? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, that's what I've been reading. Not too sure whether it's true, but it's definitely the rumour going around. Is Keane and Rice injured? Again, rumours going around. Apparently, I'd say Rice is probably injured. If the cartel were leading with Rice is injured and Rice is out, you'd almost have to say they're out. Or don't trust them. It's either one or the other. I don't trust them, but that's just me. I'm captaining Dorgu, love it. This is brilliant. I have Luke Shaw instead of Dalot, love it. I got Anderson 3 weeks ago and he got 2 CS and 3. I mean, that is pretty damn good. I won't lie. If you got Anderson, you played him the last 3 weeks against my advice. Congratulations. 2 out of 3 clean sheets is actually pretty damn good. I can't say anything to that other than the fact that well done. D-Unit is cooked. He might be. Rice was reported by The Athletic. The Athletic don't normally lie. So there you go. D-Unit will cook trust. Got Palmer captain because I'm a Chelsea fan. I accept that it's a terrible decision. Don't mind it though. I love a bit of risk. Be a bit different. Life is about being different. If we were all the same, my God, how boring would it be? Yep. Is Keane injured? Apparently. D-Unit, I'm upset you aren't taking a hit this week. There's no need for me to take a hit this week though. Like, look at the team. Like last week, there were players that I clearly wanted that I had to have, and I just felt obliged to take a hit for it. This week, there's no one I want that I don't already own. And the only person I wanted to own that I didn't own, I bought with my one free transfer, which is Dalot. Why aren't you putting Chalobah on the bench? Because I think Bournemouth are not going to do anything tonight. That's why. And I'm happy to back in the double defence, to be honest. Yeah, that's my gut feel on that one, Gamer. It was reported in The Athletic that Rice is out tonight. King got chinned by Roy. FPL already have Rice flagged at 50%. Wow. That is very rare that FPL moved that quickly. Hey, everyone. Am trip to line kicking in. What? Am I meant to... am I missing something there? Darius, can you help me? Call Palmer captain versus Ekitike with a card. May the green arrows continue. Ekitike versus Palmer. Gone with a Palmer captain. Palmer captain. Rice and Keane are out for this game week. Yeah, I know, mad, isn't it? What do you think of Foden position change? Feels like Cherky is hoovering up. Oh, I missed something there. Feels like Cherky is hoovering up his points now. I don't think so. If you watch the Man City game against Forest, Phil Foden could easily have got as many points as Cherky on another day. Haaland gets it away for a clear shot that, that could have probably gone in knowing Phil Foden. Then he gets another shot, saved that I actually thought was going to go in. He was very close. On another day, Phil Foden scores a brace in that game. I'm not concerned about him at all, and I actually think that the position he's playing is perfectly fine. That's just my gut feel on that, and I don't think he's actually changed because Phil Foden was playing that exact position with Cherky and Docker in the side. So he's no different than when he was. Yeah, his role hasn't changed. It's just he's been unlucky the last couple of games. I'm injured too, love it. Timber is with the squad. That's nice for anyone that owns Timber, I suppose. But most people have already sold him to Gabriel because I don't know why, to be honest. That's ban-worthy on this channel, mate. did Binderson to heaven. Love it. I only have Semenyo to put in. It was either Zucker or Semenyo to put in, and now I have 2 unexpected injuries. I know. This is the thing. I said at the start of the season, this is the time of the year where I always do well, because I always deliberately stack my bench, because I want to be able to rely on my blokes on the bench to play, because I know that at Christmas time this happens every single year. People's teams go to pot because people have random injuries, they miss weeks. It's very important to have 4 playing blokes on the bench during this period of time. Sell Timber, Richards and Vandenberg for a -8. I have Rice and Goodmonson as bench cover. Wow. Okay, yeah, I don't mind it. I probably would do that as well if I had your team. Are you doing a live watch along? Yes, we are, Kyle. Live watch along will be on. I haven't scheduled it yet, which is why you're probably asking me, am I doing one? I am. I just figured I've got an hour and a half after this stream ends, and I'm going to be awake for it. I'm going to set it all up then, but we'll be here. I'll be covering all 6 games live. And obviously, Man United played Wolves in the last one, and I've got no interest in Arsenal, Aston Villa. It's all about Manchester United versus Wolves for me, and sod who cares about the title race. I'm all about the top 4 race. Man United to finish top 4. Who gives a crap about who's winning the league? If Man United aren't winning it, not interested. What do you think, you sucker captain? I mean, they're playing Aston Villa. I don't really rate it. Gordon captain, Forts. I think he starts on the bench. I don't like it. D-Unit refresh. Rice is on orange. Yeah, no, I haven't. Sorry, I will refresh at some point. That is in live image. It's not actually the website. I've got it there because the quality looks better. FYI, that's a caveat. That is my actual team. Yes, I've not updated it with the colour. I will do that towards the end of the stream, just to show you it is actually my team, and that's how we're locking. But I just wanted to do that because it's much easier if you're watching on mobile. Because of the display on my laptop and the way that, because I'm not at home, it just looks so much worse. So I've actually taken a photo of my team, put it on there, and I will show it. Actually, I'll show you what it looks like now. It just looks so much worse, and I don't really want to show it until it comes time to lock it in. So that's what it looks like. It's exactly like that on the FPL website at the moment. It's just it's going to look way less clear if I go to the display capture. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where are we at? I missed a few here. Keep the armband on Dalot. Don't jinx us, Foden captainers. Rice to Verts. I don't mind it at all. Rice is injured. I know. I have Timber, Rice and Thiago on my team as Vandenberg, Minte, Mukiele. Good bench cover, yes. That is a good playing bench. I would not be concerned about that at all. I think you've got it pretty well covered, would be my guess. Semenyo to Rogers and Vandenberg to Keane, Lewis, Potter, and play 4-4-2 with Senesi, Rice and Gui on the bench. Don't mind it. All right, we're locked in. Palmer captain. Good luck, everyone. Amputity line was prescribed for me. For a trapped nerve. Wasn't sure if they use that where you are. Just wanted to hear you. Oh, yeah, I can tell you what they've prescribed me. They've prescribed me with, hold on. It's called Pregabalin. Makes me feel like I'm pregnant. Yeah, it's called BTC Pregabalin. 25 milligram tablets. So I'm taking 2 of them twice daily. I'm actually due to take another 2 very soon because I took 2 last night when I woke up for the pubcast. So I'm very due to wake up, or I'm actually due to have them in about 40 minutes. So someone remind me at whatever time that is in 40 minutes, which is 1 o'clock here, which means it must be 5 o'clock UK time. Someone remind me, take your tablets, please. Otherwise, I'm going to sit there and my head's going to start annoying me. Oh, mate, I'm definitely epitomizing my play at my own way, mate. I don't play boring. No one can ever accuse me of playing boring. I will always play my own way. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. It has blown up massively in my face the first half of this year, but I've had brilliant moments as well. Like the last 6 weeks in general, outside of last week, have been pretty good. I picked a lot of good players. The team looks actually pretty good now. And I'm starting to finally nail a few captains. So I feel like wherever I go at the moment with captaincy, I feel like I'm reading it better than I was before, if that makes sense. Trig could do with some of your approach. I know. Trig, FYI, Trig used to play this way. Trig used to be exactly the way I play, which is why he finished number 35 in the world. Now he's been corrupted by Solio, by FPL Review, by the likes of FPL Harry, become a little bit conservative. That's the word I'm looking for, conservative. People are using the basis of Haaland captaincy on the last Sunderland versus Leeds game. Wrong way of seeing it. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more, Andrew. Oh my God, really confused with captaincy this game week. Captaincy's very close this week for me. There's something, I don't know, that I really like about Phil Foden. Lots of people are starting to sell him because they just think the hot patch is over. I don't believe the hot patch is over. Part of me really just wants to double down and captain my boy. But part of me really wants to captain Dalot. Just because if the Dalot captaincy comes in, I tell you what, that will shut up all the Haaland sheep and I'll never hear from him again. They'll be like, yep, I should be bold like the D unit. Just get the hair off. Tell the Gary that Newcastle are looking to sign Hamilton in January. I love it. Love it. I brought Wilson off the bench for Rice. Yeah, I'm just going to play Rice regardless of what's going on. And just let Wilson come in for him. That's just the way I rock. I'd rather play Rice over Wilson, so that's what I'm going to do. Semenyo to Cunha for a -4 daddy unit. Love it. Why not, Luke? Why not? Rice injured, finally decision went right for me. I transferred him to Cunha yesterday. Wow, that's brilliant. I love that. That is brilliant. Tiki-toki. Had to Virgil van Dijk benched this week, and now it looks like I have to play him. Cannot get rid of this guy. More confirmed injuries, please, before the deadline so I can adjust my wildcard. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Andrew? Hit those like and subscribe buttons, FPL Legends. Yes, please do, as Rob has said. Thank you. I changed Rice to Neto. Well, Neto should be really good, I would assume. I was just about to snooze. Is Rice a transfer out or just covered by bench? I'd cover him by bench. Rice is, I mean, you just never know with Arteta, to be honest. And look, if you've got a strong bench, I'd just be holding him. It actually makes my decisions easier because I was going to bench Wilson and I didn't feel overly good about it. Now I'm not benching Wilson and I feel much better about it. Prega D unit, I love it. My bench is Roof, Senesi, Brobby and Rice. I mean, you should be fine with that bench, I would have thought. Why did you go Dalot over Dorgu? Because Dalot's, I don't want someone that's only good for 3 weeks. Like, if I end up having to keep Dalot, I know he's a guaranteed starter. If I keep Dorgu, once the African boys are back, he's probably back on the bench. That's the only reason why I went Dalot over Dorgu. Otherwise, yeah, if I was just doing a 3-week play, 3-week punt, probably Dorgu would have been the better option, I agree. Careful with Pregolin, it can be addictive. See it a lot here in the UK. Really? Why is it addictive? All it does is, I feel horrible when I take it. I feel completely drowsy. It's not a very nice feeling, not going to lie. But it's just good for the nerves. And I can't tell you, before I took it, I really just wanted to pull my head off. Like, that's what it felt like. Like, my head was irritating me. Everyone that joined the live watch along on Saturday night will tell you, I was not happy. I was not a happy camper. It was bugging me so much to the point I just had to shut the stream down. I couldn't deal with it, and I needed sleep. It's been killing my sleep. So, yeah. Hopefully, apparently, according to the doctor that did it, he said this is quite natural for you to be getting the nerve kind of pain for the next week or so. So he's prescribed me this. He basically said take 2 two times a day for a week, and then wean yourself off with like one twice a day, and then just stop it. So hopefully within a couple of days it starts going. I feel like of all the nerve pain at the moment, FYI, I've only got 1 spot left that I can feel. So I feel like once that area is healed, I can probably just stop it. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Once that happens, I feel like I'll be able to sleep again normally. Then I won't need to take it. Happy days. And I don't like taking stuff. And the only reason why I took it is because I was driving me insane. Like, it was like a constant burning sensation / sharp pain. It was impossible for me to focus on anything. We here, gents. Very nice. Nice to see you, Sean. Semenyo playing against Chalobah really sucks, but I'm trying to use yep, fair. Yep, that makes sense. Not Verts like a TK captain versus Leeds defensive out Rodon. Not for me. Feel like Liverpool's second half against Wolves has completely turned me off captaining a Liverpool player this week. Like, they should have buried Wolves. They should have buried them. And yet they almost struggled to beat them, which is just insane, I think. Just been confirmed, no Rice versus Villa. There we go. Anfield Red. Thank you for that. I am thinking if I should get Hall instead of Rodon, in which case I would have to bench one of Reinders, De Kuiper, Shaw, or Anderson. Yeah. I just don't think Newcastle keep a clean sheet. That's all I'll say on it. My gut feel is that they don't keep a clean sheet. And then you're relying on Hall actually getting an attacking return. So for me, I can't get on board with Hall. Newcastle burnt me so much. I had double Newcastle defence for 7 weeks, and they got 1 clean sheet in the 7 weeks. I've got nothing good to say about their defence. I mean, if this was Nightmare, he'd probably talk you into it. But I can't sit there and do anything other than talk you out of it. I was worrying about changing my free hit team and particularly who to captain, vice captain. Then I just thought, F it. Cunha captain and Verts vice captain. Going in balls deep, love it. Going balls to the wall this week. Chucking the armband on my boy Dorgu. Very nice, Ben Lewis. I need help, bro. I have Rice and only Alderete and Richards on the bench. Do I sell Rice to Verts or Richards to Dalot, Hall or Chalobah? I'd sell Richards, mate. You want Rice long term. Richards is an easy sell for one of those lot. I'd probably look to go to Chalobah. He's probably the more long-term pick there. Worst thing in the world than having Wilson play against an exhausted Crystal Palace. I know, exactly. My point entirely. Top 8K in the world. Very nice, Craig. Wilson, Kukurea, Richards, Dorgu, Cunha, Heaven for a -8. I mean, that's risky. I wouldn't be moving Wilson myself, but if it's to get Cunha, it does feel pretty tasty. And I don't mind the United stacking either. I haven't seen any confirmation that Keane's out too, but I'd imagine that potentially he probably is based off what I've been reading. Have you got the bottle of backwater? Oh! Yeah, I finished. Like, they said to stop using that after 3 days. I've got a tiny little bit left. It's literally just the back of my head where they took the donor area out. Like, it's just this one spot, literally right in the middle of my head at the back. It's really frustrating. It feels like it just morphs out the rest of the way. Sorry, I'm quite behind in the chat. I will catch up, I promise. Rice 100% out. Yep. If Cash wasn't suspended, my bench would be fine. Sold him for Dorgu. We'll bring him back soon, Lice. D-Unit, can you check my comment that I made earlier about points being incorrectly corrected in your mini-league prices? Yes. I don't know what's going on with that. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what is going on. I use Live FPL for that, and I've had a number of people tell me that it's wrong. I'm happy to wear that it's wrong. If anyone can give me a better website to use to find out the accurate information, I'm more than happy to use that and swap it around. That's what I've been using. If it's wrong, I apologise. But if you can give me the website that I can use where I can easily find out this information and it's more correct, I'm more than happy to do it. More than happy to swap websites. Because I've sat there and wondered myself that I should have won something once, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. But yeah, it probably isn't right, is the honest answer to that. Took Rice out, Trossard in, fancy the little Belgian to smash it against Ollie. Nice. Sounds like a good plan from the doctor, exactly. Makes you very drowsy to advise taking it by 8 p.m. so you wouldn't wake up with a fuzzy head. No joking about you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. When I've had it, about half an hour after having it, I feel like I could just fall asleep. It's really bizarre. But I'm using the Red Bull to counteract it. Back on the beers for New Year's Eve. Honestly, I might be back on the Canadian club for tonight. I finished the actual antibiotics. So that's not an antibiotic. So well, from what I'm aware of, it's not. The actual antibiotic I've actually finished taking. So that's the good part. All right, I think I've actually caught up on the chat. Rice is injured, I'm aware. Points in your mini. Oh, Jack, how many points did you get, mate? See, Creed thinks it was him. Creed thinks it should have been him. He reckons he only got 22 or 21 points. I'm not sure why it came up with 29. I was a little bit shocked because a few people had said they got less, and I was like, what is going on here? But I can't check individually on the FPL website. Otherwise, it'd take me about 2 hours to go through all the people in there, and I haven't got time for that. Did you hear about Keane being a doubt? Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's not good news if you own Keane. There are rumours flying around about Declan Rice. Maybe a strong first sub is required, exactly like Harry Wilson. That looks pretty good. It's our 10 of mind games of cash being out. Yeah, probably. Best goalkeeper to buy for next game week. For next game week. Sanchez has got Man City, so it's not him. Bart Simpson, who's he got? He's got a home game next. I'm going to say Bart Simpson. I've got no idea who he's got next week, but I feel like he's a shout because he'll be at home. Start 3 of O'Reilly, Harry Wilson, Van de Ven, Voltemata, and Tarkowski. I'd start Tarkowski, Harry Wilson, and O'Reilly. D-Unit, free hit team. John in goal. Yep, I was like, John? What? Yeah, I get it now. John in goal. Dalot, Dorgu, Milenkovic. Love it. Neto, Verts, Foden, Cunha, captain. Sade, Haaland, Ekatike. Bench, Sells, DCL unit, Hall, Chalobah. Mate, that is a sick free hit draft. Good luck. Nothing to change there. Just rock and roll. FPL Gameweek. Love it. Start Minte or Timber? I'd start Minte. Sell Rice Sucker to free up an Arsenal slot for Gabriel. No, not this week. Gabriel, I mean, Rice being out is so much worse for Gabriel. Like, it puts me even more off buying Gabriel this week if Sucker's out. Got people fighting over here having the worst score of the week now. I know. It's a good life. It's a good life. I love it. People want justice. They want to win, even if it's the worst score of the week. So need to sell Richards, but it's my 4th defender. So would you still go Chalobah or go Dalot? Depends, because there's going to be a few weeks coming up where I think you might like to play a 4-man defence. So I'm still going to say Chalobah, because I feel like Chalobah is a better pick than Dalot long term. And I would much rather have Chalobah in my team than Dalot. That's just my feel anyway. Oh no, sorry, maybe I read it wrong. I got 32 with -4. There you go. Yes. There we go, Jack. If you've got a minus, I don't think it counts the minus in the points. I think it counts you got 32 points and it'll only show up in the minus hits. It's really bizarre. I'm sure that's how the live FPL site works, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Also, I'm really bloody uncomfortable here. I need to get a bit more comfortable. There we go. It should be better. Someone has cloned FPL Pickle, spreading nonsense injury news. Gotta be honest. Yeah, that's it, Jack. That's it. How do you feel about Rodgers next week? I love it. I think Rodgers next week, 100%. I could even get on board. I might even get on the Rodgers bandwagon next week. Not going to lie, very tempted by him next week. I got 2.1 million in the bank. Harry Wilson could easily become Morgan Rodgers in one move for the D unit. Rice is orange flagged. Yes, he is. I've just, I've literally got an image there instead of my actual team from the display capture, so that way I can navigate things in my stream rather than have a crappy looking display capture on there. I've got my actual thing. I'm aware that he's orange flagged, and I'll fix that before the end of the stream. But to make it easier for people joining, that's the team. It's a lot more clear when I have it like that rather than the other way around, just being transparent. Hearing rumours, Keane is out now via Let's Talk Andy. Of course, Andy. I mean, that's how he makes his money. That's how he makes his money. Entice the people in with the likes of Rice is out on his deadline day stream. He's got to have the grabby comments, the grabby stuff. Otherwise, why would people go and watch him? Dubravka or Raya? That's a tough one. To be honest with you, I'm not going to believe I'm saying this. I feel like I played Dubravka over Raya, but that's just me. I don't own either of them, so for me, I'm saying this completely impartially. But I'm just not sold on Newcastle at all. Like, I saw Newcastle at Old Trafford on Friday night, and I watched that game, and I've never seen such an incompetent football team roll up and play against a team that was just a slap bang put together, who's available, let's defend for an entire half, and Newcastle offered nothing. Like, they offered nothing. And Burnley are going to have a better organised team than Man United did, that's for sure. FPL Gameweek for checking weekly scores. I need to take a note of that. I haven't got a pen on me. Hold on. I'll message myself. FPL Gameweek. Where are we at? Right. FPL. All right. FPL Gameweek. There we go. I've messaged myself, Colin, so I'll check that out later. D, who would you play in the Fulham Palace game? Gahey or Wilson? Wilson. Petrovic and Dubravka are my goalkeepers. Should I take a hit to change them? I've got 1.3 million in the bank. I just played Dubravka this week, mate, and sort your goalkeepers next week. Colin, that question to you too, mate. There we go. I'll let Cole answer that. But I'm going to go, I'd play Wilson. Joseph, that's an ask the card decision. Let's ask the card. Who are we starting? Wilson or, what was the other one? Mark Gahey. Yes. Let's go on with Wilson, boys. Let's go on with Wilson. I love it when the card agrees. I tell you what, I was annoyed with it during the late mail. When I was recording that, I recorded the late mail, and it annoys me. When it picks players like Szoboszlai and Anderson, and I flip the card between two, and it lands on those two, I really get annoyed with it. A part of my soul hurts inside when the card decides on these such stupid decisions. Have I lost the plot captaining Verts this week? No, you haven't. I quite like it. G-Unit, what's your thoughts on Matoma? Wouldn't be going there myself, but apparently he's fit. Would you minus 4 Thiago into Voltamata, considering both players' next 4 fixtures? No, I would not. I don't think Voltamata starts against Burnley. I actually think Visser starts. And I think it's match for a muchness. I don't rate the Voltamata transfer in at all. I just don't rate Newcastle. That's probably what it comes down to more than anything else. Joseph, like that. Sell Timber, Richards and Vandenberg, or keep Timber and sell Rice, Richards and Vandenberg for a -8. I have Rice and Goodmanson as bench cover. Who to buy? I'd hold Rice until we get concrete news about how long he's out for. I'd imagine he's probably only going to miss a game or two. And he's a long-term keep. I mean, I bought Declan Rice at 6.6, so for me to sell him now, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I'd do the others, though. I'd sell Richards and Vandenberg. I don't know how much money you've got to play with, but I'd probably sell them. What happened? Chicken fried rice. Time to Spasm United for this week. I love it. Yep, definitely. Hey, D, follow up on my previous question. To get Rodgers transfer next week, would you sell Bruno G or Wilson? Bruno G. Actually, hold on. No, I'd sell Wilson. If you've got the money, Bruno G's got a nice run of fixtures. Wilson's fixtures are nowhere near as good. It's keen to doubt. Yes, apparently. The card knows. It does. Wilson it is then. Surprised to see such little discussion about Ekitike as a captain this week. It's because of the fact that Liverpool were rubbish in the second half. That's the reason why. I watched that second half, and Wolves were more likely to score an equaliser than Liverpool were to add a third. It was bizarre. They came out after half-time and just looked like a completely different team. I'm not sure why that was either, but they did not look good. And that's what's turned me off Liverpool assets in terms of captaincy this week. Anderson, Gahey, Raul, bench 2. It's probably Gahey and... It's probably Gahey and Anderson. Take your pick of which Anderson. Let's ask the card. Which Anderson should you bench? Fulham's Anderson versus Nottingham Forest Anderson. Which one should you bench? Fulham's Anderson. Rice is out to you, mate. What you doing, you crazy madman? And mean... Oh, yeah. I'm not doing nothing. I've already made my transfer. Dalot is in for Vandenberg. Rice will be auto-subbed out for Wilson. Happy days. No need to do anything else. I've just got to decide about captaincy. Am I leaving it on Dalot or am I going to the Phil Foden bandwagon? Because I feel like potentially I am being lured. The more I think about it, the more I kind of want to go back to Phil Foden this week. I feel like it's my boys' time. I bloody well hope it's my boys' time anyway. Just joined now. Is Rice actually out? Yes, I believe so. I believe so, my friend. Has Gay made any subs to his injury hit 10-man team? Who knows? He's probably bringing in Dominic Szoboszlai because he's Gary View. And I don't want to say too much for Gary View because it is his team. But I can't wait for him to bring in Dirty Dom, Dirty 2-point Dom, and I can't wait to take the piss out of him on Friday during the next podcast when Dirty Dom delivers a big fat 2-pointer. And I say another one for the FPL review, boys. Tick that one up, boys. Get in. Thiago, yeah, he's got a bad history. Well, he's got a bad history this season of showing up midweek. That's why I said, yeah, it's kind of why I sold him. Same, I got Rice at 6.5. I was hoping to go up to 7.3 tonight, and I get the 6.9 ceiling. Selling, yep, nice. Yeah, so I'm happy to... I don't need to sell him anyway. Like my bench is super strong. Like that's why I've invested money in my bench. For this exact reason. If Rice is down, next man up. Let's go Harry Wilson. I mean, that'd be the ultimate bench jam, right? Leaving Rice on the field, Wilson comes on, scores a goal against Crystal Palace, gets me 10 points off the bench. I'm due a bit of bench jam as well, so let's hope so. DCL captain, I love it. I absolutely love it. Honestly, if the DCL unit does not score on was it Wednesday night games, Thursday? It's over here. It's Friday morning. It's Thursday night. If the DCL unit does not score on Thursday night, I'm gifting out memberships on that stream. 100%. I'm gifting out memberships on that stream if the DCL unit does not score. Straight out the gate. I believe in my man, even though I don't have him in my team. Done. Anderson and Raul benched. Very nice. Liverpool a little gassed about Szoboszlai on the pitch and they don't really have much of a bench at the moment. Exactly. This game will tell me if Krupi is worth bringing in. I reckon, yeah. To be honest with you, if Semenyo is that close to a move, I can't see a world where he starts tonight. Like, it makes zero sense to put a £65 million move in jeopardy by playing, and even for Semenyo, like, why would you want to go out there and risk injury or play to your maximum? I just don't see it myself. I mean, I could be wrong and he might play and have an absolute barnstormer. But for me, whenever there's speculation like this, players generally don't play. That was weird. There was a comment there and then there wasn't a comment. That was really weird. That's thrown me off. I've lost my track. Your boy needs you. Foden captain for sure. I know. I reckon he might. He might need that little pep up after people are selling him. Needs D-Unit to hop back on board, I reckon. Rice has been a good pick for me at the start. I need to find another one like him. Always thought Enzo would be the Chelsea version. But yeah, I know. Enzo's been a disappointment, hasn't he? Like, honestly, he could have been like the Declan Rice for Chelsea, but he's just been poor. He's just been poor. Darius, we should learn Portuguese as a New Year's resolution. If Dalot, your captain, and Casemiro, my captain, pull through for us this game week. I know, honestly. Literally. Evening, Big D. Went early on Gabriel and Verts, Haaland captain. Fair enough. Nice. Nice, Rob. He's had a game off. Who's had a game off? Hold on. Where are we at? He's had a game off. He'll get DEFCON at least. Yep. Fair. I think Kanji blocked me during the pubcast last night. Kanji was getting cooked, man. I think he enjoyed it. I think he loves a bit of banter. He's a bit like me. I love when people sit there. That's why I never get mad. If the chat want to go at me, I'm more than happy to have it with the chat. More than happy to have it with the chat. I'm that kind of a person. I don't mind. As long as you can take it back, I've got no issue because I love giving it out, which means I've got to be able to take it back. Otherwise, it'd be wrong of me to give it out. But I can definitely handle it both ways. We've seen me handle it a lot this season because most of the time my team's been crap. So thankfully, the last few weeks, it's been not too bad. The Sabozlo shout is generally baffling. I know. FPL Gary View. Here he is. Sabozlo in for a -4. Gary, do it. Do it. Please do it. For the love of the content, Gary. For the love of the Pubcast channel, do it. Bring yourself. Lock in that -4. Fix that horrendous bench you've got. And bring in the Sabozlo. Bring in Dirty 2-point Dom so we can all sit there. You and Kanji can be there as me and Trig pull out the barbecue, lay on the coals and the wood, and start the roasting. Because I tell you what, that's what's going to be happening if you bring in the Dirty Tom. I have Keenan Rice with Van Heck and Hincapi on bench. Should I use my free transfer or I'll play them both? I would just play Van Heck and Hincapi, I think. DCL captain or Cunha, can you flip the card? Yes. Cunha captain versus the DCL captain. Now, the card is not like the DCL captain, and it still doesn't like it. It wants you to captain, who was the other one? Cunha. Use all your chips tonight. Yes. What that man just said. Use all your chips, folks. If you haven't used them, you lose them because they're going to get replaced by the next slot as of 2 hours' time, pretty much. Candles for Wolves to score in the first minute. I love it. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It probably happens, I wouldn't be surprised. Love the content, G. Keep it up. Great honest chat, lad. Stand out from the rest of the FPL streamers. They're all the same. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I love the kind words. Keep them coming. Keep the banter coming as well. If Rice is out, at least I have Foden to come off the bench. I love that. That is brilliant. That's a good one. That's a good one. Seb Vandenberg, any injury update regarding him? I stopped caring about him the moment I sold him for Dalot. I'm not going to lie. I've got no updates. I haven't even bothered to check whether the other 8 teams have done presses. I just feel like they all can't be asked this week and they're all just counting in the new year. And they're just going to roll up and play a game of football either tonight or on the New Year's Day. Yes, New Year's Day. Thoughts on Palmer? Not for me. Not for me for Palmer. Too early for the Palmer bandwagon. That's just what I think in general. I just think it's too early for him yet. I wouldn't be surprised if he even started on the bench tonight. No news for Vandenberg, unfortunately, so I bench him. Yeah, I'd just bench him. If Semenyo starts, it's got to be worth a bet for him to pick up his 5th yellow. Legit, he actually could be. Then he wouldn't have to play the next game. He can force through the move. That's actually a very intelligent... I'd not thought of that one. I like that. That's a good way. Get yourself sent off. My squad, Dubravka, Petrovic, Virgil van Dijk, O'Reilly, Lewis, Potter, Keane, Dorgu, Saka, Foden, Cunha, Rogers, Paqueta, Haaland, Ekatike, Gui. Whom to bench? Gui? Keane, because it sounds like Keane's going to be a doubt. And I'd probably bench Virgil van Dijk. I just think Virgil's been the biggest waste of money. Anyone that went there, definition of... most people that went to Virgil van Dijk were listening to the cartel, and they all recommended Virgil as the best buy. He's kept 1 clean sheet since they recommended it. 1 clean sheet. And even that was a pretty lucky clean sheet. I'm so glad I dodged that bullet. Everyone's waiting for that bullet header. The bullet header that it's more likely to come in his own net than the opposition net. Dubravka, Paqueta and Gui. That's getting a little bit thin. I'm going double Everton. Hope it pays out. Some dividend. Yeah, it is if it does. Gary's loving it. Weak. Be ready then, mate. I'm ready. I'm always ready, baby. I'm always ready. This is the stream for the dynamic people. 100% it is, Sean. I'm even in the group. Rock's there. Yeah, the group moves at a lightning speed. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted, I can tell you that much. The dirty unit and the Dutch unit. Love it. Battle of the Doms on the pubcast. Love it. That's brilliant. Yoda exists in group 2. He does. Well, I mean, the wise sage that is Murat. I don't think I've seen him in the chat yet. He's probably having a sleep. Maybe he's having the afternoon fiesta or siesta. What do they call it in Turkey? Do they have an afternoon break over there? He's probably laying bets at the betting market. Let's be honest. He's probably doing the spreadsheet as we speak, trying to get everyone's bloody predictions in to work out where not enough time, too quick a turnaround. He's probably in there working it out at the moment, doing the little numbers and stuff. Shout out, much love to Murat, love him. What a man, what an addition to the group. Who would you start between Timber, Keane and Gahey? Well, it's got to be Timber probably. Watch Liverpool get a pen and McAllister takes it. I'll be there for it. If that happens, I'm going to laugh so hard. I'm going to be like the analytics mob in the bin where they belong. All right, mate, I'm getting behind on the chat. I need to quicken up here. Mate, is Keane playing? Probably not. 75% chance of playing. There you go. Rice to Cunha instead of Minte and Timber to Dorgu if not. If out instead of Virgil van Dijk. I don't mind it. Good moves for -4. Wolves Villa 55-1, my word. That's mad. Mate, I've taken -4 for Rice to Cunha. Frimpong on the bench with Gordon and Keane playing. Yeah, you've got to start praying. Start praying to the FPL God. I'm putting Keane in as the club didn't post anything yet as I checked Twitter. Very nice. I'm against Staccato as well, and I like it how many people are in the boat. Start Gordon or Semenyo, both could be benched. Honestly, I'd have to start Gordon in that case. Yeah, Dalot my captain tonight, love it. Top 3 favourite cheap playing forwards in FPL under 6 mil. DCL unit number 1. I don't even know who else is under 6 mil. Creepy Jr. is probably going to be in there very soon, and I'm going to go with Raul Jimenez. Is he under 6 mil? Or is he over 6 mil? If he's under 6 mil, Raul Jimenez. If he's over 6 mil, Fleming. Because Foster's away on an African Cup of Nations duty. I should have Munoz instead of Virgil van Dijk. Would you do a -4 to replace Rice or play Rice one out of O'Reilly? I'd play O'Reilly all day long. No problems at all. Loving that shirt. Thank you very much, Nick. I know. The good news is it gives me an excuse to wear these stupid, ridiculous festival shirts because I still can't put a singlet on over my head at the moment. DCL unit, play O'Reilly. Double D United defence for me, love it. Yes, Peter, I think it could really bang this week. Are you based in New Zealand or Australia, bud? Do they show every Premier League game? Yes, I'm watching all the games tonight. All 6 games will be on. Well, I'll be having the Goal Rush on, but I'm going to try and get a few more screens up tonight. I don't know how I'm going to work it yet, but we'll see how we go. I miss being at home. I could literally watch all 6 games at once on my setup at home. On the mobile setup, I'm limited. I'm going to say I am limited. To the person who wanted to know about Vandenberg, the press has said still a couple of doubts, so we'll see how everyone is tomorrow. There we go. Very nice. Thank you for that. Bro, time for your meds. 5 minutes. Thank you very much for that. Big Andy. Here we go. What is the Nightmare saying? Big Andy, Gonza, Bosla and Gabriel Forts. What an absolute sheep. Let the sheep that follow him down the garden path to ruin. That idiot bought in Paqueta last week. That's all I'll say. That man bought in Paqueta for the 2nd time this season. And I can tell you how many points Paqueta has made Andy this year. I don't think he has had 1 haul from Paqueta this season. Now, he's got exceptionally lucky with Kevin Dewsbury Hall, and that was very much a GOAT pick from Andy, because I don't think many people went there, and that was one of his better picks. But Paqueta is up there with one of his worst, and the dirty 2-point Dom will be up there as one of his dud picks as well. And I can guarantee, come Monday, when he does nothing, he'll be like, I really regret going there. I should have gone for someone else. I can almost read out what he's going to say in his next video. when he regrets bringing in dirty 2-point Dom, and I'll be here for it. And I'll say that's why he appeared as one of the traps for Gameweek 19 on the FPL D Units late mail. Andy, you should have watched the show, mate. You would have learned a thing or two. All right, I'm taking the meds. That should be good. That should help. Then watch me also look like I'm falling asleep for about half an hour as well. I sold Shardo after his 20-pointer for me last week. For Gordon, the instant regret was, oh, mate, I can feel your regret. I can feel your regret. I love Murad. Murad is brilliant. He's an Aussie. That's why he makes fun of Woody Woodpecker. FYI, I'm actually British as well. I've got dual passports. I've got a British passport and an Australian one. I've lived in Australia most of my life. I've lived in the UK for 3 years. Mum is from Portsmouth. So I'll have to try and get her on for a watch along before I go back home. Or just for her to come in and say hi. She's the reason why I'm into football. Don't ask me why I'm a Man United fan. It's got nothing to do with Mum. But yeah, that's another story for another day. Right, that should hopefully fix up the nerves a little bit so I can continue on here and not be too flustered. All right, then where are we at? Murad is Timu D Unit. No way you're going through with that captaincy, bro. I'm honestly considering it, Solar. It's either him or Foden. I'm not going to be captaining Cunha, I can tell you that much. Semenyo will score brace in his final game. Are you doing watch along 80? Yes, I am, China. I'm chasing my mini league. Want to captain Palmer over Haaland. Should I go for it? Yep, why not? Do it. If you're chasing, by all means, back against the crowd. I don't get how people are selling Foden already. The guy's the key piece and one of the best. I know. People sitting there, Trig seems to think that Foden's a rotation risk. He obviously has not watched many Man City games. Man City's attack is literally Phil Foden. Like most of the time, he is either at the heart of it, he's setting it up, he's either getting the assist or he's getting the assist to the assist. That man is 100% nailed to play 90 minutes. Like there is no rotation risk there at all. With the rest, there is rotation risk. Some small rotation risk. I don't actually think there is much rotation risk at City at all. I would be absolutely shocked if they don't pick the exact same starting 11 against Sunderland. Maybe they'll change it. To be honest with you, I don't think Pep's overly worried about Chelsea because Maresca Roulette just keeps on screwing itself. So I wouldn't be too worried about them on the weekend. Any idea when the old mic quality comes back? Sorry. Oh, hold on. I know what the problem is. Oh, you should have mentioned this ages ago. I'm going to fix it. All right, the mic quality should be back. Someone should have said that ages ago. Obviously, I can't hear it back because I'm not at home. That should hopefully fix it. That might fix the mic quality. Let me know if that's fixed the mic quality. Someone let me know in the comments if that's fixed it. Also, why has it taken someone an hour to say that the mic quality is not normal? Rice out. Apparently he is out. Trying not to take a -4 here to correct Timber. Rice Semenyo of regrettable Mark Gooey. Yeah, I mean, Mark Gooey, man, I said he was a problem a long time ago. I was so glad to get him out. Like, that was a decision I was just dumb enough to make for my own team for like 2 weeks, and I hated it for the entire 2 weeks. I'm on free hit. Milinkovic or Chalobah and Neto or Enzo or Cherky. Already own Foden. I feel like I'd go Chalobah. Actually, you know what? Milinkovic looks really good this week. That's a tough one. Let's ask the card. Milinkovic, Chalobah. And it's going with Chalobah. In terms of the others, to be honest with you, I'd go Neto. I would go Neto. He's in the 1 week punts and I think he'll bang tonight. Nightmare, how are you enjoying your viral tweet? I know. How good was it? It's actually a really good tweet. It's actually a very good run of fixtures and it can work in both defense, midfield and forward. There are options in all 3 departments that strategy or that run of fixtures applies for. And if you're being clever, me and Nightmare talked about this earlier. Nightmare talked about the fact he could make 3 transfers on those weeks where he's intending on doing it and bring in a defender, forward, and midfielder from those teams. And I hate to say it, it makes a lot of sense. Not going to lie. If Rice is out, Don't start your Arsenal defenders. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Only got Senesi as bench cover. Shall I take Rice out for a minus? Senesi's going to play, and he's guaranteed probably to get 2 points at minimum. So whoever you're bringing in's got to have to make at least 6 to make it worthwhile. Should I just keep Grealish? Him being a doubt is worrying me. I'd probably keep him. He's good for the long term, and if he gets up this week, he could be good against Forest as well. Mike has been fixed. Very good. I knew that. See, I just assumed because I plugged it. So I'm obviously using my laptop. So at the moment when I'm streaming, I'm not using my mouse. So yeah. But when I'm not streaming, I unplug the mic and plug the mouse in. That's obviously, I forgot to switch that over. So I'm glad that someone mentioned it and it took you this long to get there. Free hit team. Dorgu, Dalot, Sanchez, Chalobah. That's your back 4. Then it's got to be Phil Foden, Cunha, Wirtz, and Neto in the midfield. And then up front, it's got to be the DCL unit, Ekatike and Haaland for me. Do you like Hall as a captain? No. If Newcastle knew what a clean sheet was, I'd say yes. But they haven't kept a clean sheet since game week 7, folks. Like, I struggle to see Newcastle keeping a clean sheet against Burnley. I just believe that Burnley will score tonight. I just legitimately, I think Newcastle will struggle to win tonight. I think they'll win, but I think they concede and they're going to really struggle. They're going to make hard work of Burnley. That's my gut feel. Anyway. Semenyo 1 yellow card away from a very convenient ban. Yeah, I love it. By the way, Rice and Calafiori aren't starting, so make your changes accordingly. Wow. Yes, make sure you keep it the content nightmare. I love the 45-minute video. Absolutely loved it. Pompey fan, I bet as well. Then, yeah, Mum is definitely a Portsmouth fan. She still bangs on about Harry Redknapp to this day. They're always interesting, DJ, chasing down meds of a Red Bull. I love it. Yeah, I know. Don't follow me for health guidelines. When other YouTube legends turn up and the Gary, just kidding. Love it. Do you think Sade versus Spurs is a good pick for wildcard? Don't mind it. And I think I've caught up with all the chat that I missed that way. All right, go back the other way now. Yes, he won't be playing today. Yeah, better. Mike has been fixed. Yes, thank you, mate. Beauty to my ears. Lovely. That's good. I'm glad to have helped. Didn't they tell you you're on mute? Yeah, I know. Madness, isn't it? My only worry is O'Reilly and Timber. O'Reilly starts. Pep's already said he's young, doesn't need rest. He's literally had 4 days off. Pep is the least rotation manager at the moment. Is the mic quieter? No, it shouldn't be, hopefully. Gordon is benched. Mike quality's been fine for me. Nice. Problem with the Szoboszlai Gabriel Solio picks is that the sheep will fluke a return still. Yes, I'm aware that they could fluke a return. In Szoboszlai's case, I just can't see it. Okay. I'm going to fix that. I think I know what it is. This is the other problem. I go on the pubcast, I come back onto my other thing, and Gary's sat there and changed my mic settings. It happens every single time. And I always forget this. And I should know better, but I don't. Hold on. Oh, no, I'm not sure why that is the case. No, my settings should be fine. I'm not sure what's going on with that. It's probably because of the fact that, I don't know, not sure. I might need to move the mic closer to me, but hopefully you can still hear it anyway. I'll move a bit closer to the mic. Gordon is benched, is he? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I did say I thought he'd get benched. You look handsome, babe. I don't know who said that, but thank you very much. I'll take the compliment. That's very nice. Makes you feel good. Zainab, thank you very much. Cheers to you. Rice is orange for knee. I switched for Wilson. I feel like even if Rice plays, he won't do a full amount. Fair. Much better. Nice hair transplant. Thank you very much. Bruno Fernandez in the chat. Come on. He can't show up with a hamstring. We can show up to the D units chat. That's what we love to see. Bruno for the win. Bruno. He's just sporting like Cristiano. He goes left, he goes right. He makes defenders look shy. He's our Portuguese magnifico. Shout out to Bruno in the chat. Mike was better before. You're really quiet now. What? Hold on. Is it better? Should I just hold the microphone like that? Is that better for people? Let me know. Rice is out with a knee injury, won't feature. Yeah, exactly. How do you know Gordon is benched? I mean, Toyster. No idea. Zaynab wants Darius, his unit. Mike was better before for me as well. Wow, what's going on here? It's better for some people, worse for others. Let me know. Can't shake the feeling. Foden out. Palmer is in against a terrible Bournemouth side of that. Warrants the armband without saying. Who should I replace Dorgan for Timber or Virgil van Dijk? Need to replace one to do Rice to Minte for Tacunia for -4. You're replacing Dorgu for Timber or Virgil van Dijk. What? I'd sell Virgil van Dijk over Timber. Why don't you bring in Dorgu for a -4, Mukiele and captain him, higher upside? Nah, not for me. I don't want double Man United defense long term. No Palmer, no Palmer. Sade, good pick for wildcard, yes. Long time since I saw a sausage, actually. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to start getting the D and a blushing here. Would you start Semenyo or Gordon? I would go with Gordon, but apparently he could be benched. Wilson in front of Chalobah, not tempted by a double Chelsea defense. I have got double Chelsea defense. Oh, my God. That's not my team. Oh, I've stopped. I apologize, folks. I need to hold on. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to quickly end this poll. And I'm going to swap over to my actual team. Chalobah is on my field. Tarkowski's on my bench. Hold on. I'm just going to quickly end this poll. All right. So let's have a look at what the poll is saying really quickly. So, all right, the mic's back. The mic's back. He was on mute. He was on mute for a second. That's all right. I'm back. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. The mic problem, man. I can't wait to be home. I literally can't wait to be home. This does not happen at home. I'm going to put the mic back down so we don't end up with problems. All right, let's quickly. All right, we're going to get this off. We're going to. Unfortunately, the quality is. He's unplugged the cable. The D has lost the plot, folks. He's lost the plot. All right, where are we at? All right, let's get my actual team up. There we go. Tarkowski should not be on the team. What's going on here? All right, let's get rid of that. Swap that for Chalobah. Save the team. All right, there we go. All right. I'm going to swap over to my actual thing. So FYI, this is going to look maybe a little bit messy, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Let's see how we go. All right, let's move the image down here. All right. Hopefully the team's on screen. I'm just waiting for it to update. But that is the team. Chalobah was actually on field. As you can tell, I've now gone to the actual video quality of my laptop. FYI, I'm going to refresh that, and Rice probably will show up as a thing, but bear with me 1 second. There we go. Rice is flagged. There we go. All right. Good. I've actually got it correctly in the right spot. I've done well. So there you go. That's actually the team as things stand. Dalot was captain. Chalobah was actually on field. Very good. Whoever pointed that out, Chalobah was actually on field. I took that photo before I'd swapped it. So there we go. All right. Let's quickly catch up with the chat where I'm at. All right. Let's just ignore the microphone thing. I'm just going to sit there. Otherwise, I'm going to get too distracted. I'm going to fall behind. All right. Up the Pompey. All right. I've gone too far. Mic has been fixed. Yep. I love the handsome comment. Keep them coming in. Can tell me how handsome I am all day long. Dean holding the mic is like Timu Trig. I know. I can't do it. It's not natural for me. That guy's deaf. My code is better, but that's what changes the volume down. Not a problem at all. Thank you. FPL Ryan has cooked this week. Triple Arsenal defense. That's unfortunate. Hot take. I don't get why people ask for this. Tips on any creator. a 50-50 maybe, but why post your entire team and ask for tips when nobody knows your team better than you? Exactly. Audio's great. Mike seems to have an Australian accent. An Australian twang. I'm not sure. Honestly, we're probably not going to find out about Gordon until after the deadline, but I'm just guessing he's benched. That's just me. That's my read anyway. Thoughts on Forest defence against Everton? I don't mind it. I mean, where is Everton scoring its goal from? I struggle to see Everton scoring, but I know I predicted 2-1, but football's a random game of chance. As a Villa fan, I'm happy if Rice is out. Got Wilson on bench. Very nice. A bit like me. Rishan, looking at your team now. I'd play Bowen over Jack Grealish. I'd even play Bowen over Bruno G. Pep Linder is Pep Guardiola. No more roulette. Love it. Tempted to buy Casemiro over Cunha. Don't mind it. How did you, Trig and Gary, get into the Pubcast channel? You guys not in the same time? Look, it takes a lot of work to get all of us on the Pubcast. Trig's actually about 5 hours in front of me, I think. 5 or 6 hours in front of me. Obviously, for me, it's 1:10 in the morning. And for Gary, it's currently 10 minutes past 5. And I think for Trig, if I've got it correct, he should be about 5:10 in the morning. He might be either 5:10 or 6:10 in the morning. There's a very big time difference, yes. Is Thiago out? I'd say he's probably fine. If United score 3 or more goals today, would you take me out on a date? Well, if you're in the UK, I'll send you my details when I'm over. I just turned the volume up and it's fine. Thank you very much, Colm. Miss Dean is not going to like this stream because of Zainab. Yeah. Zainab, do you know me? I used to know Zainab in the UK. Mrs. D Unit's currently on holiday in Thailand. She's loving it. She sent me a message today. She's got a cocktail. I'm quite envious. Quite envious. She's having a great time. I'm having a pretty dud time instead at the moment. Dorgo or Dalot? For me, it's Dalot more long term. Let's hope Semenyo has one last hole for us. Yeah, I hope he doesn't because I've got double Chelsea defence. Eddie Howe is a clown. Get that man sacked now. Eddie Howe's a fraud. Sack that League One manager. Oh my God, it gets worse. Your mic was perfect after you fixed it the first time. Quiet of a much higher quality. People can turn the volume up. Thank you very much, Nightmare. I'm muted for reals. No sound. I'm miles behind on chat because I'm just getting to the sound bit now. I did unplug a cable genuinely after my comment. It was perfect. No sound. Back. By the way, how old is Trig? He looks older than my granddad. No hate to the legend. I actually have no idea. I feel like Trig's about... I'm going to hazard a guess. He's played FPL for 20 seasons. I'm going to say he's 54. I'm going to ask him later on and I'll get back to you of how old he actually is. But I'm going to say Trig's about 54. I keep going back and forth with my free hit and draft. That's natural, Rashid. I'd be doing the same thing. People need to learn how to turn up their volume. Oh my God, I've just lost so much of the chat. Here we go. My defense is currently Senesi, Timber, Rodon, Hincapi. Really worth a -4 to fix it. Already used my 1 free transfer on Semenyo to Cunha. I think you'll hopefully have 3 players play there, so it should be fine this week. Jacko. Also, Jacko, you had a really good score a couple of weeks back. You featured on the late mail, your team. I remember your name. Sell Rice for a minus. Depends on who your bench is. If you've got no bench, probably yes. If you've got a bench, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm winning the Golden Boot with ease. Yes. Erling Haaland, official 9. Get in. Get in. Love it. What's with all the footballer names coming in tonight? Keep them coming. I'm not captain, you know, mate. So if you can have an off week, that'd be nice. Just blank this week for me. Let people catch up a little bit. Fish Slips is here. Dean walking around his allotment, looking lost. He's definitely lost the plot. Let me take you out on a date. Ekatike Cunha or Harlem for captain. Anyone still unbeaten in all the cups? I'm out of the overall cup. Good evening, folks. Good evening, Hippie. Richards and Rice to Dalot and Bruno G for a -4. I'd just do Dalot for Richards and hope that your bench comes on for you. Playing my wildcard in Gameweek 21 to hit the fixture swing. Raya out, double Arsenal attack, triple City attack, Palmer and Chalobah in. Holy hell, I love it. I love the aggression. That's brilliant. Amen. Already taken a -8. Do I bring Rodgers in a week early now of Arsenal injuries for a -12? That's risky. I think I could have covered a -8 last week. -12 was unfortunately an Ekatike post away from being covered. If you think you can cover it and your team's going to bang, I'm all for it. I'm all for the hits. We all know this. I can't sit there and say no. I'm going James, Neto, and Palmer on free hit. Have I lost my mind? James is a risky pick. I'd be going Chalobah. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good. I don't mind it on free hit. Would you sell Burn to Jow or Keane? Neither. I wouldn't sell Burn to Jow at all. And I probably wouldn't sell him to Keane. I'd go for a United defender this week. You are me last week and it did not go well. Ray, Dubravka, Calafiori, Vardiol, Richards, Chalobah, Senesi, Foden, Minte, Semenyo, Rice, Wilson, Voltamata, Haaland, Thiago, 3 free transfers and 0.3 in the bank. You could definitely move Rice or Minte or Semenyo and probably bring in Cunha. That'd be one move I'd do. I'd move Richards as well. I'd probably bring in Dalot. Those are two moves. You could probably roll the other one. Yes, it's me. I used to know you. I need to have a look at your profile later. Just to see. Thailand cocktail sounds like a trip. I live in the UK. Yep. I used to work with a Zainab in my class. I used to have an EA called Zainab. Mad. It's actually, those jokes. I had Gordon on. I had Gordon on my free hit, but few leaks seem like he's benched. Barnes or Bruno G in his place. Ask Nightmare. He's in the chat. Nightmare, what do you recommend? If you can answer that question for me, I'd be appreciative if you're still in the chat. I so hope that Ashley in the stream, she knows I'm joking. Sell Rice or Timber. FPL Doghouse 64. Trig used to play chess with. Oh, 64. Wow. Okay. Oh, you're guessing. Okay, I get it. 81. Oh, come on. He's not that old, folks. Let's be kind. 54. I reckon I'm about right. Hippie? Yeah, I reckon he's about Hippie's age then. Pretty similar, I reckon. He's in his late 60s. He could be. He could be. I love it, though, because he appreciates the young man's banter as well. That's why I love Trig so much. 25, tough life. I've got to ask him now. I've got to ask him. I'm going to send him a message now so I can ask. Hold on. I'm going to say, what's your age out of curiosity? see if I get a response. Dalot captain right after a red arrow and -12 mean you got some courage, man. I don't play the game like a lot of people. Trig age is 7 years away. Time FPL take a point off him. All right, here we go. Trig's responding. He's writing. How close am I? I'm waiting. Oh, he's asked me how old I think it is. I've just said, I think you're about 54. Just want to see how close I am. I really want a response. Gary's sitting there and said 21. Oh, come on, Gary, turn it up. Come on, Trig, give me the answer. I'm like watching with bated breath. He's not going to give it to me, is he? He must know I'm asking about it because I'm on stream, I reckon. If he gives it, fair play. I wouldn't give it. Oh, Jesus. This is his response. F, do I look that old? All right. Trig age is 7 years every. Oh my God. That's really thrown me. I hope he gives you an answer. I hope he gives you an answer. 81. I mean, he's nowhere near 81. I can tell you that much. City or Everton defender. I'd go a City defender. Dalot captain right after. Yeah, we've done that one. Trig and Yoda were at school together. Trig said, keep him guessing. Apparently, we might have to wait for the next pubcast to get an answer there. Hey, mate, I'm so screwed this week as well. Used up my free transfer for Bruno out, Cunha in. Have Timber in the team. Had Rice, so I had to remove him. Brought in Rogers. Yeah, that's fair. My bench is Gahey and Anderson, who both face each other, and I'm using my bench. Wow. Okay, yeah, you are screwed. I'm not even going to lie. I feel like you're going to end up with zeros, and you're even going to be taking hits to field a bench, which doesn't feel good at all. I think I'd just pay your bench boost and just have whatever's on there. Otherwise, you could end up chasing points, and it might not actually work out for you. I don't mind the Cunha captaincy, though. I don't mind it at all. What I think Rice is out, Anton. Barnes. Yeah, it's a shame we never got together back in the day. Been thinking about you nonstop. Where's the clean sheets for this week? Hopefully in my defense with some luck. Shots fired, Hippie. He's not starting, Anton. Thoughts on taking a -4 for Dalot, then play back 5. Timber Nunes, Virgil van Dijk, Dorgu, Dalot, Semenyo, Rice on bench. Don't mind it. Free hit Barnes signing Bruno G, but the real answer is, oh, come on, Nightmare. Don't be spreading nonsense. I've seen your next comment. Just kidding. If Gordon isn't playing, I would probably go Neto. I'm here for some sensible advice. Am I in the right place? Of course. Always Creed. Nope. 59. I'm hoping Gordon is starting, but got doubts. Stop winding Trig up, you. Oh, I'm not winding him up. Hey, mate, should I do Senesi, Rice, and Gooey to Dorgu, Anderson, and Tiago for -4? Don't mind it. I'm pretty sure Trig's still in double digits. Trig in New Zealand senior chess champion. That is between 50 and 65. Because at 65 it is veterans. Nightmare with the... I mean, I've been pretty good. I've sat there and I reckon I've given a realistic answer. I went 54. I reckon I'm pretty close to the money, to be honest. Would be my guess. I was still getting asked for ID at 30. It soon changes, though. I have a shave and people think I'm 18. No, I'm joking. Makes me look like I'm under 30, though. Is Gabriel playing? Probably, with all of Arsenal's issues. Play Van der Ven. I always get confused when I see the F, the V and then other numbers, other letters. Over Wilson. No, I'd play Wilson. Cunha captain. Here comes the point pain. Could be. Getting Tarkovsky off bench for Rice. That's nice. Bench fault tomato for Dorgu this week. Watch me get it wrong again. I reckon Vissa starts tonight. I reckon Vissa starts tonight as well. Nick's first captain's pick was Stanley Matthews. Love you, Nick. I love Turkey. Keeps his spot as a starter for the rest of this. Oh, I thought it said I love Turkey. I hope Turkey. Yeah, I mean, Turkey could be really good value for the long term. Trig invented chess. I don't have the funds for Semenyo to Cunha and Richards to Dalot. Damn, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's test it out. Already took a -4 and have no bench. Got Rice, take a -8 and replace. I'll suck it up. Who's your team, Creed? Who else is in the actual team? Like, are they all 11 guaranteed starters? If they're all 11 guaranteed starters, I don't think I'd take a -8. If you've got any doubts about any of them, I'd probably do the -8. I still get ID'd all. Oh, mate, Gary, turn it up. No one's believing that for a second. They see you coming in with the glasses on and the little, what do you call it? The little what does he use? The vape. The little vape, and they know that man is an old man. By the police. That's verification. Totally did. I was trying to think out a punchline and you beat me to it. I'm 50 and just a few things Trigger said about music and other things make me think he's 62. Ah, there we go. Peter was, I mean, it's probably in that ballpark as Nightmare said, senior chess champion actually makes him at least 50, but 65 is veteran. So that 15-year gap spans, it's a long time. 50 and 65, very different, but somewhere in there. I think that's safe to say. What do you think about Reece James as a differential? He has been looking good lately. The only problem I've got is that Maresca is so unreliable in terms of when he benches players. And I feel like either Reece James gets benched midweek here or he gets benched the following midweek. That's my gut feel on Reece James. I might be completely wrong, but I feel like that's my gut feel. I have Keane, Rice, Grealish, Van de Ven, Juve, Gooey with no bench cover. Do I do a -8 to fix? Wow, with no bench cover. I think you do need a -8. Well, Juice's not playing. Gooey's probably not playing. Keane's maybe not playing. Rice is definitely not playing, apparently, according to most people. That's 4 players, and Grealish could be not playing as well. I feel like I'd probably do a -8 in your case. Just making sure that you've taken your tablet. Yes, I have. Took them both, and it's kicking in because it's giving me less buggery already. What is Dalot's ceiling for this game week? Lewis Potter did 21 points against Wolves. Honestly, Diego Dalot could easily get a goal and an assist and DEFCON and 20 points tonight. Should I downgrade Rice to someone, or he could blank and get 1 point and get booked? It's like the extreme highs and lows for Dalot this week. It depends on whether you've got a bench, Bocky. If you've got a bench, then you probably don't need to worry about it. I think I'm getting pre-blocked by the Gary. Love you, Gary. To afford the Cunha and Dalot transfers. Yes, then, yeah, you could definitely do that for sure. I'm only 3 years older than you, Darius, so careful who you call an old man. That's fair. That's fair. I'm joining the 40 club this year. Well, not this year. Sorry, next year. Almost 2 days ahead of myself. Would you start 30-ish min Gordon or 90 min Caicedo? Probably 90 min Caicedo because he's got a rocket in his locker. You're all good, mate. Any leaks on Chelsea lineup yet? Not that I've read. I haven't bothered reading, though, to be honest with you. I'm just very happy with my team. I'm just quite happy with the way it's looking. I'm first on mini league. Should I captain Cunha currently? Haaland won't be easy game or Dalot. Go for the win. Go for which one you think's going to do best. Let's ask the card. Captain Cunha. Captain Dalot. Captain Dalot. All right, the real question, though, is it Captain Dalot or Captain Phil Foden? And as we all know, I like deferring decisions of this magnitude to the card when I'm a little bit 50-50. So let's ask the card. Captain Dalot, Captain Foden. Locked in, boys. We're going with the Dalot captain. We're going with the Dalot captain. My mind has been made. My mind has been made. We are locking in the Dalot captaincy. That's it. The team is done. That's how we're going to roll in. Just got to quickly check I've saved the team. Yes, I've saved the team. That's good. There we go. 30 minutes to spare. D-Unit is locking in the GOAT captain of Diogo Dalot. And we're going to watch as either the pain or the brilliance will pay off live during the watch along later. I mean, if Dalot bangs, this might be the moment that we know that we're coming, that we are coming for the top 10K. We're going to make a late push over the next 19 game weeks and really get on our high horse and start riding that gallop in. Dalot clean sheet and 2 assists tonight. Yeah, I can easily see it. That's what I'm hoping for. The card is backing it in, so let's bloody well go. Klein or Rogers? I'd go Rogers. Richards to heaven, any good? Don't mind it this week. Don't mind it at all. Dalot clean sheet. Yep. My players are made out of sticks. What's your Snapchat? I don't have Snapchat, too old for that. What is your plan for the chips we are getting soon? I'm going to bench boost very early on. Once we get past the FA Cup, I think it's game week 22, 23. I think that's post the FA Cup third round. Once we get past then, I'm very much looking at a bench boost early doors, straight out the gate. I've got a really good bench, right? Like, it makes sense to play it when I've got a good bench rather than piss farting around waiting for news further down the line. Bench boost is one of those chips where if your finger bench looks good, just play the damn chip and hope for the best. I started a grey when I was 21, so I never got asked for ID. That's unfortunate, Cole. Is it true Gary doesn't watch games? I heard he just lets the algorithms do their job. I believe that's correct. I believe that's factually correct. Harry Wilson or DCL unit? It's got to be DCL unit for me. The real question is Captain Dalot or Captain Dorgu. It covered this one before and went Captain Dalot. Keith Andrews' comments about Thiago aren't very positive. Worth benching for Anderson. Not going to lie, it could be worth. Time for a captain poll. I can't pull up a captain poll because I'm showing this image. Actually, I'll see if I can pull it up on my phone. 1 second. Haaland hat-trick on Sunderland is awaiting. Could be. Any reliable news on Gordon, mate? Not that I've read so far, buddy. I'm really stuck between going for Cunha captain or playing it safe and boring. Spice is life. So for me, it's always Spice. Any more news on Palmer to start? No, I've got nothing on that, Daniel, unfortunately. Daniel, you should have come over for the live watch along, mate. I've just seen it's you, Daniel Antich, in the building. Should have come over for the Man United game and joined the live watch along, mate. I'm in Perth. Worth taking another -4 for Gordon to Verts, Rogers, already own Frimpong and Ekitike, not sure about benching headache when they play Arsenal. No, I don't think it's worth another -4, Aaron, I believe. Did Ekitike captain last week, but this feels more risky. This is way more risky. Captaining Dalot is ultimate risk. This is, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not sold on it at all, but I'm just doing it because I want to have some fun. And I feel like this is fun. And yes, it might not be fun by the end of tonight, and I'll live with it. But unlike a lot of people, I can deal pretty well when my team is crap, and I can laugh it off. Whereas other people take it really to heart when their teams don't go well. I'm not a person that I actually take criticism and everything on board really well. I'm one of those people that I love banter, and I don't take anything to heart. I suppose that's why I'm at work in education, because if you took things to heart, you wouldn't be able to work in that job. What's rice like? I mean, it's probably a bit dry this week. It's not a wet rice. Also, I feel like we got robbed last week, Ekitike captain. I felt like that could have been so much better. Like, if that ball had gone in instead of hitting the post, my God, how good would that have been? Dalot hat-trick, all 3 goals straight in from long throws. I mean, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? How many weeks do you think Heaven is good for? At least 3. I fancy Wolves tonight against a weakened United. United usually come unstuck. Yeah. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just backing in the fact that United actually defended pretty well the other night. Ask Gary about the defence conceding rule again. Ekitike captain this week is a trap. Leeds are not as easy as they look. I agree. Less than 30 minutes to lock in your team, peeps. Do Goodmanson to Heaven to cover Vandenberg and Rice injuries. Don't mind it. Does FPL Review recommend captaining Dalot? Bateman, yes. Oh, I've just seen him in the chat. Where have you been, my friend? How have you been? I miss you. I legitimately miss you. I find X so boring without you. But I'm so glad to see you in the chat. Hope everything is well, my friend. Hope you had a great Christmas as well. And let's give it up for Bateman. Give it up for Bateman, folks. Hit the like button and submit buttons, please. Heaven scores ahead of soon. I can feel it. Howdy, Bateman. Mega here. Thoughts on how long Declan Rice's injury will last? I heard that he had a knee grow injury. How long that? What? A knee grow injury? I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know how long it will be. Arteta's so unhelpful as well, but I bought him at 6.6, so I've got no intention of selling him. Took a minus 28. Kelleher, Dorgu, Dalot, Chalobah, Cunha, Foden, Cherky, Gordon, Palmer, Ekatike, Haaland. Holy hell. I'm all for that. Lock it in, baby. Minus 28. I hope your players bang. I hope your players bang. If you cover a minus 28, I'm here for it. Nice to see you again, Darius, and enjoying your bold shirt again. Thank you very much, my friend. I mean, I'm having to wear it because obviously I got the hair done and I can't put a... This is how stupid I am. So I came to Mum's with a bag, right? Because I thought I would only be here for a night. I thought I was going to get it done, drive back to Kalgoorlie for Christmas. You know how stupid I am. They said, wear a button shirt. So I wore a button shirt, right? And thankfully I bought a couple of them. And everything else I packed in here is singlets. I can't wear a bloody singlet until another 4 days' time. So like I bought all these... There we go. Let's get the merchandise up. And look, I thought, what was I thinking? I bought my Man United Christmas shirt. Like, why did I bring that? That is not a buttoned up shirt. Sometimes I wonder about my intelligence or lack of. Sorry to go on, bro, but take it. Dalot is best for long run out of match. Yes, Dalot is definitely the best out for long run. Amron loves him. He's related to him. I don't know what the relation is, but I believe he's related to him. He's the no-brainer for me. Mods G. No, I'm not sure. I'll leave that one to Bateman, but I just know I've missed seeing him on there. But I've been watching Bateman's team of late, and he's been killing it. I think he's inside the top. He's close to the top 100K, so he's having a very good year, is Bateman. Am I missing something here? Did I miss someone's poor joke or something? I've just completely just read a comment and not realized. Yeah, nah, don't be making jokes like that. That's not funny at all. Yeah, my bad. I did not even realize that. That's really poor from me. I should have realized that when I read it out. Because I was like, what's he on about? I just literally read the comment as is. Yeah. No, I can see it now. We can remove that comment probably. Someone in the chat can do that. Well, I think always, or if you can just go back and remove that comment. Why did Casemiro get subbed off as early as Newcastle? I was going to transfer him. I think Casemiro got subbed off because Amram wanted to save him for Wolves. Is my guess. Casemiro looked a bit baffled to be coming off himself, so I think that I think that's probably why he went off. Still not sure. Need to sell Richards for cover. Not sure I want to time money in Chalobah. When difficult fixture next week, that's why I'm thinking go Man United defender, so making sure. I think Dalot's the best. If you want my honest opinion, as a Man United fan, that's why I bought him. I bought him into my own team this week because I think he's the best defender. Yeah. My bad. Brilliant. Thanks, Uwa. Yeah, no, I didn't even notice. As I said, I always read out every comment And I just, well, that's why I was like, what's he asking here? It didn't make any sense. And then now it makes a lot of sense. All right, how long we got? 20 minutes. Let's hope Bowen returns this week. I bloody well hope Bowen returns this week as well, eh? Like, it's so annoying. I feel like Jared Bowen and Cunha for me, like I look at Cunha last year, and every time I bought Cunha last year, he either blanked or he got injured. And this year, I did the same thing. I bought him in right in game week 3, captained him, he got injured. Then I sold him. Then I bought him back last week and he blanked. Now, Jared Bowen, I had first 3 weeks, got no returns, sold him, starts returning. Then I bought him back, no returns, sold him, starts returning. I bought him back and he blanks. I mean, I feel like these two, if they don't return this week, I might just bin them off and I will not buy them again. Like, I just feel like they're trolling me. Trolling me every time I buy them. You know when you get certain players and they feel like they just troll you every time you own them, they do nothing. But you feel like you need to buy because like they're scoring and then you buy them and they do nothing. And then those two for me are like in that category. Did you just boot your Red Bull? No, my pleasure. I'm always happy to help. That's what we're here to do. I hope Brom returns. Would you hold him till at least game week 24, then switch? Oh, that is my plan. I've looked ahead and I quite like the João Pedro shout from that game week. My captain's Dalot. Should be able to see it on screen. Yeah, you can. Dalot captain. Bowen needs to start returning or West Ham are screwed. 100% on that. That is 100% correct. That is. Dalot is that fire in his belly. I think he'll mega haul. I bloody hope so. Saka or Palmer for Rice? You got to go Saka. I feel like his minutes are probably more secure at the moment outside of Palmer. But this week, Palmer's got a way easier fixture than Saka. So it's a bit of a 50-50. I've mirrored your team basically to win my league. I won't lie. To be honest with you, it was really funny. The start of the year, I was not seeing it well at all. Like the reason why I'm 2 million ranked is because my captaincy decisions this year have been crap. And this one could definitely go down in the crap column as well, let's be fair. But like my first 6 weeks, my team was just rubbish. I had such a bad read on what I thought was going to happen in comparison to what actually happened. And I've been chasing my tail ever since. But now I feel like I've got a very good read on it. And like my picks that I've been buying recently, C. Wilson, C. Verts, C. other people, they've all been generally returning for me. So I'm hoping that Dalot continues to trend tonight. Last midweek Tuesday games had a lot of goals. Fulham City 4-5. Let's see some bangers today. Agreed. One to Captain Dorgu. Must resist. I'm a bit late. Is Rice definitely not playing? Apparently that's the news coming through. Which teams have leaked the most goals in the last 5 games? Surely it must be Bournemouth or Wolves. It's definitely Bournemouth. They are definitely up there. That means Dalot is my captain then. Let's climb to number 1 in our league. Captain Cunha or Haaland? Just don't know. Cunha, Haaland? Cunha. I'm on a free hit. I'll captain Dalot with you, mate. I love it. I mean, free hit. On free hit, I captained Ekatike. Didn't I? I'm trying to remember who I captained on free hit. I can't remember who I captained on free hit. It was someone. 17. No, I captained Haaland because it was game week 17 and I free hitted. But that was an obvious decision. That was one of the few times I'm like going, it doesn't make any sense to go with anyone else other than Haaland, and it turned out to be correct. Cunha wants to score a hat-trick so bad he'll either bang or extremely... Yeah, exactly. That's my problem with Cunha. He's also top of the transfers in this week. You're making me nervous about captaining him. Yeah, that's why I'm not captaining him. I'm going with Dalot instead. Let's hope Palmer starts returning. I need a Chelsea player. Their fixtures from Game Week 21 are really good. They are. Wilson or Hall, I've called it. I hope so as well because he's going to be coming off the bench for me, so I hope he does. Start Timber or Chalobah. Go to the card. Yep, Timber, Chalobah. Oh, it's gone with Timber, believe it or not. I know it's true. Bateman, if you need this, buddy, get your ass back on there. Will you bring DCL in next week when he scores a brace this week? If Jarrett Bowen blanks, I'm not going to lie, I'll be very tempted by that transfer. This is the third time I've now owned Cunha. First time injured, second time got subbed, and now I'm captaining. I must be a right mug. I know. He's definitely been a trolley type of a player this year. By 100%. He's definitely been a very trolley type player. Only thing is I have to play either Tarkowski or Vandenberg this week. Who would you play out of the two? I'd play Tarkowski. That's an easy decision, I think. I feel like Tarkowski's now for DC. He literally gets it almost every single week, doesn't he? Let me have a look. Whoops, nope, that's not the button I wanted. Sorry, cancel that. DC. So Tarkowski's got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 games out of 18, Tarkowski's got it. So I feel like that's the answer to that question. I agree for DC points, yep. Dalot Captain, I'm here doing it with you. Let's do it. I can't believe how many people are going with me. Like, legit. We're all either going to be in the loony bin tonight or we're all going to be sitting there gloating about it as it comes in. I tell you what, that live watch long's already got me nervous, but I'm here for it. I thought about it. The moment I sat there and thought about it, like I bought Dalot in, like as soon as it looked like he was going to rise in price, because I just felt like there's just so much upside with Dalot. Like I just sit there and I look at it, I go, like I've watched Wolves a lot of late, and like I know the goal against Liverpool, you know, that was kind of it was from a set piece, and you know, Man United can be a bit wobbly and stuff. And they obviously did concede against Wolves themselves at Molineux. I just feel like if they played the same way they did against Newcastle, I just can't see Wolves scoring. So, and Dalot's got the long throw weapon that will be deployed probably on at least 10 different occasions. He'll probably end up in the box at some point, either having a shot or crossing the ball. And he's playing back on the right-hand side. So when he's on the right-hand side, I just love him as a pick. And I think there's a lot of high upside there for Diego Dalot. And I do believe that he starts with a floor of 6 points. And if he starts with a floor of 6 points, as soon as he gets an attacking contribution, it's a double-figure haul. I know, DCL unit against Man United, I'm not going to lie, I reckon he probably scores against us. Yeah, I don't think they'll even keep a clean sheet either, which is why I think Tarkowski's a better pick for the DC option. If Keane was an injury doubt, would be a better pick from my bench for Rice. Yeah, he would be. Rice, nice shirt, bro. Do they do it in men's? I believe so. I believe they do. Someone give me a series recommendation. Dexter the Resurrection. Give that a watch. I watched that. I didn't even realize that it actually came back. I thought that New Blood, that was going to be it. But they brought it back, and I thought that they brought it back in a very emphatic way. I really enjoyed it. If you watch the original Dexter, it's a very good continuation. I'll tell you that much. Backing Dalot as well tonight. 3-0 with an assist tonight. I love that. Also, The Beast Within Me, or The Beast in Me, or whatever. That's also a really good series. I enjoyed watching that. Thinking last minute Rice to Gordon, but don't trust him. Stats make him look good. Like, I know the Gordon stats, not going to lie, would make you think he's a shoe-in for massive points. He's been exceptionally disappointing, and he's been massively, I think he's the biggest underachiever in terms of his XGI per 90 in the entire game this year. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident on that stat. He owes us, yep. Do you think Keane will start? Honestly, Tyler, I'm hearing doubts about Keane, so I'd have to say err on the side of caution and probably say no. Gordon or Bruno? I'd start Bruno G. He's got to be a lot more likely to start than Gordon. Who takes pens, Sheshko or Cunha? Because Wolves love giving those away. There's a world where Diego Dalot takes a penalty. Honestly, I'm not even lying. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. If you go back and look at Man United penalty shootouts, I don't think Dalot's ever missed a penalty. Do I think he'll take him in this game if he wins it? Probably not. But I wouldn't rule him out completely. Yeah, but the new one though, Gary, is really good. The new one with it's got what's his name? Peter Dinklage is one of the main antagonists. It's really good. It's one of the better ones I've seen. It's also got Uma Thurman in it as well. So it's got a really good supporting cast in there as well. Wolf Creek is ace. Yep. The second one is a bit meh, but the first one's brilliant. Bitched out, go to back the robot captain. Don't think he blanks twice in a row. He probably doesn't, to be fair. He's staying at his mum's. He only bought singlets, so he had to put his mum's shirt on. I love it. I love that. Pearson, good to see you. Bench Haaland for Foden or bench Cherky for Foden? Wow, you've got a very good bench if you're benching one of them. I'd bench Cherky. Dalot or Hall? Dalot. Gordon or Bruno G? Bruno G. And I'm captaining Dalot, but don't take my advice on that. Most of the people out there will probably still be captaining Haaland. Watch Hannibal TV series. It's awesome. Okay. Surely Cunha versus his old team. Yeah, I asked the card. The card said Dalot over Cunha, so I'm rolling with Dalot. Well, first 2 to 3 seasons. Disaster on -12 last week of Timber, Keenum, Rice. Wow. With Anderson, only decent sub on bench. Richardson, Gooey. Had a disaster last week. I was hoping for a good week. Yeah, we might need to take another hit, mate. Not going to lie. It'll come good, though. Eventually, these hits will pay off. Cunha has to take them against his old team. You would think so, Andrew. I would agree. Who do you reckon scores more goals away this week? Spurs or Newcastle? I think Newcastle do, but not by much. What time are the games, mate? They start at 3:30 Australian Western time, so that would mean they start at 7:30 UK time. Man United's game starts at 8:15, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, UK time. So we'll be going for it'll be a long live watch along. It'll be about 3 hours worth. Seshko should take pens. Yeah, he's pretty good. Sesame Street is good. Help me with shapes and colours. Great show that. He never missed and he needs confidence. Yep. So if Keane was an injury doubt, is he a better pick than Semenyo for Rice? If he wasn't, then yes, but I think he's probably going to be missing from what I've read. Also, I like the shirt too. Thank you very much. Dalot's amazing at pens. You're right. What's with the haircut? Got a hair transplant, Tiger. It's going to start growing back. Now the cartel is saying Thiago's a doubt. Well, I said Thiago's a doubt because it's a midweek game. I said that. I was like, he never shows up for a midweek game. Can't trust that Semenyo scores tonight, so chancing Anderson to do something nice. 1930 and 2015 kickoffs. Yep. Sweet, are you doing a watch long? Yes. I'll be setting up the stream for that as soon as this one ends. So I'll be wrapping up very quickly so I can actually put it together because I've done nothing to put it together so far. Thank you for all your recommendations. Anytime, my friend. Hannibal's an amazing show. Good suggestion. Any news on Grealish yet? None that I've read. How did you do in your cup matchup? I lost because of the -12 and the fact that the dude I was versing sold Foden for Cherky. And I had Foden. So he literally won off that move. So well done to him, and I hope he goes on and does really well. Deadline is less than 8 minutes. Make sure you've got your teams locked in. Yep, get them all locked in, folks. I'm so cooked if Thiago is cooked too. I'm scared for this week. I know. I feel like I'm very happy about this week. I feel like this week I'm taking the captaincy punt because I know that I've got 11 players that are going to show up. Like, there's no way that my team does not have a full team playing. Even with Rice out, it's still, like, look at my bench. Like, they're all going to show up and play. So I feel like this week there's going to be a lot of people taking hits, a lot of people maybe playing with 10 players because their benches are no good. So for that reason, this is a good week, particularly if you're on a chip, like a free hit or something. Have a bit of a fun punt of captaincy and hope it comes in. And if it doesn't, well, you're probably versing a lot of people taking hits anyway, so it's neither here nor there. Dean, will Rice play? I don't believe so. Gone Cunha captain, get the mystery of captaincy done tonight. Yep, love it. Is Vandenberg going to play? Life is a mystery. I don't think it's a serious issue, but he did say that they've still got some knocks. I'm going to put Keane in because there's no proper sources on Twitter that Keane is injured. And people said once Rice was injured and he started. Yeah, exactly. I'd do that. I'd start him and just hope for the best. Big gut of my free hit team isn't going to be my team going forward. Would be de-unitish to run Dalot and Dorgu for the rest of the season. It would be. It really would be. Do I take a hit on Creepy to JP or Rice to Palmer? I can bring Rice back anytime. I feel like JP's more certain to play more minutes. That's my gut feel on that one. I might only have like 9 players again. Yeah, I know. It's rough. This is the time of the year where benches come into their own. -12 taken, another train wreck on arrival. Look, the -12s can pay off. I was so close to the -12 paying off. If Ekatike had scored that goal instead of hitting the post, I would have got a green arrow and it would have covered the -12 comfortably. I would have got probably Ekatike would have gone from 5 points, most likely up to 12. Like that was the difference in points that was. Now, if he'd gone from 5 to 12, all of a sudden my captaincy goes from 10 to 24. And all of a sudden I'm 14 points better off. Verts gets an extra 3 points. I would have been 17 points better off. I would have got a green arrow and happy days. I would have covered the -12. There is small margins in FPL. The rub of the green just didn't quite go my way on the -12, but there's no reason to think that it can't. And I've seen lots of people take -12s and get green arrows. So just because you've taken a -12 does not rule you out of getting a green arrow. It can definitely pay itself off if the players you are bringing in, bang. 30 likes needed, friends. Yep, get them in. What Murat said. Good to see Murat in the chat. Hands up for Yoda. Thoughts on Rogers, Watkins, Richarlison coming in next week. Love the Rogers and Watkins shouts. Not sure about the pigeon, though. I need Harmon or a Stev to play. Come on, Scott, don't be a dick. Triple Burnley defense or a -12. Could be the story of the season. Someone needs to give it a go. Legit. Boss, number 2 is here. Yoda. He is. My dumbass had a good bench all year, but now I don't when I need it. Yeah. It's always the way, isn't it? When you need a bench, it's never there. It's like my bench boost. I played my bench boost, looked like a really sexy bench, got 4 points. It's always the way. Can't wait to hear Trig on the pubcast have a go at you for Captain Dalot while he defends his pick of Rice captain. Start Rogers or Thiago? I would go with Rogers. He's 100% playing 90 minutes against an Arsenal team whose defence are looking a bit meh. Time you back on, Darius. Catch you on the live. I'll be back on just before the 3:30. Sorry, not the 3:30 a.m. games. The 7:30 p.m. games. Just before then, I'll be back on reading out the lineups, and I know everyone loves that, so make sure you tune in for that. Duke, on your captain, Dalot is mad. Card said Dalot. I'm all locked in on Dalot. Juve Vandenberg to Fofana Dorgu -8. Don't mind it. I feel like Fofana probably starts because he obviously was benched on the weekend. Big move taken. Let's see. Foden and Gahey out for Palmer and Robinson Fulham. Armband on Mr. Palmer. Don't mind it. Darius last minute captain Cunha. Yeah, if you want to captain Cunha, by all means. I'm not. Dalot's locked in, baby. 2 minutes. I hope they both bang. I hope Cunha and Dalot both bang tonight. And then it's like, yeah, whatever. It's neither here nor there. I hope they both bang. Start Vicario or Dubravka? I'd start Dubravka. I really don't trust Newcastle. I just don't trust them. I can't believe I'm saying it. I just don't trust Newcastle. Time for United to smash someone. Hopefully tonight's the night. I mean, imagine if Cunha scored a hat-trick and Dalot got a hat-trick of assists. I mean, I wouldn't even complain that I captained Dalot in that event, because Dalot would still be, and they kept a clean sheet. Like Dalot would still be on 16 points and Cunha would be on 20. I could live with that. That's that. I mean, both of them, that'd be biblical. I'm here for that. I hope we watch that during the live watch along. That'd be brilliant. All right, there's about 17 seconds till the timer runs out. You've got less than a minute to fix your teams. Make sure locked in. Actually, the timer's run out before it's hit 2 o'clock. The timer's a little bit out, folks. I apologize. Apparently it's 2 a.m., which means the deadline should have passed. And the time has now run out. I did Juve to Dorgu -4. That's it. All right, that's it. That's the team. Remember to have a like. Yes, please make sure you smash a like before you leave. We'll be back for the live watch along in literally an hour and a half. 3 for Cunha, 2 for Dalot, and 1 for Dorgu. Everyone assisting the others. I'm not greedy. I love it. I love it. Fantastic stuff. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Dalot captain has been locked in. The D unit has backed up the title of the stream. Dalot, the GOAT captain. The key question is, will it be the GOAT captain or will it be just a stupid captain? We'll have to wait and find out. But we'll be able to find out very soon because a live watch along will be on later. And I will see you all then. Hopefully it's green arrows. Hopefully you have benches that are going to show up for you. Took a punt on Foden, captain, love it. Decided to just hope Vandenberg plays nice. Locked in 4-4-2. Let's go. Yep. All right, we're going to leave it there. I need to go and set up the stream, the live watch along. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And I'll see you all very shortly in just over an hour and 20 minutes time. And hopefully it's a biblical watch along with a lot of goals, with hopefully a lot of points for all of